What's up, y'all?
What's up?
I'm Lady Di. This is my husband, James. If you don't know, now you know us because you're watching us. If you are new here, thank you so much for subscribing to our channel. We have a great show tonight just to discuss the gender wars that is, messing up the world. Yeah, it is.
Yeah. And for the people, sorry for we have a long intro, but we want the people to come in. So the people that left, y'all need to stay here longer next time. But no, just joking. But no, man, appreciate everybody for being here. All the people that's been regularly coming and showing love and support. We have a lot of stuff we have to do. So we just ripping around behind the scenes. Just so
nobody cares. Nobody cares.
Yeah, so we could be here, guys. So just so y'all got some background on us. If y'all new, this is my wife. We have 4 kids, so you already know how that can be with a lot of kids, right? So appreciate y'all for coming in here and showing all the love and support.
And we've been married. We've been together for 10 years, married for almost 7. So we rocking strong. I guess we hit that. What is that, Mark?
The 5-year itch. The 5-year itch.
We never got an itch, so I don't know what they was talking about.
Yeah.
We had an itch in we were together, like I said, 10 years. So that 3 years, those were itches. We were itching for the 3 years.
I would say about 2, the first 2.
The first 2.
Yeah, I was about 9.
We had our itch in our relationship. Okay, that's what we had. But in our marriage, we were able to make sure that we didn't bring that same crazy energy that we had in the relationship into the marriage. So that's just a quick tip for you guys. Before you get married, make sure that you settle everything, or at least 90% of your issues before you say I do, or before you ask that lady for a hand in marriage. Do not ask them if you have issues.
Yep. Yeah. So we got a couple good videos for you guys that we're going to react to live. And some of I haven't seen, some of my wife haven't seen. So, we're going to give it like an honest opinion on what's going on in the world, and to hopefully to help some people out. So, you don't know, you want to get into the comment section.
No. So let's get right into the clips. Thank you so much for being here, y'all.
Hey, how you doing? He say, you all right with both, the boat rock both ways. It's probably one of the videos that we reacted to. Yeah. Hey, what's going on, Big? Hey, what's up, Big? Brother? How you doing, man? So all right, let's go ahead and get into it.
Let's get right into it.
Cheating, she is divorcing you.
Yes.
Are you okay with that?
I mean, I don't want to get no divorce, but if that's what, what we got to do, that's what we got to do.
Do you love her?
Yes.
Are you willing to do whatever it takes to stay with her?
Nah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Oh man! So
wow.
So that's kind of like a funny video to kind of like start it off, guys. Because man, it's honestly like a lot of times if you seen the woman how her facial reaction was towards him, like a lot of times like how you act. If you want somebody to do better, coming down acting like a parent is not going to make a man do better, right? Or for a woman, right? If I'm up down, well, you got to do this. Well, see, you know what I'm saying? Like all that body facial expression, whatever, it's not going to help the person do better. So you got to make sure that when you want somebody to change, that you come in there with respect. So I know what
you do. You got to come with a lot of respect, because remember, we as people naturally feed off of energy. So if you are just not nowhere, like we want to be around you. Some people don't even know that they're being negative. They're just naturally doing it because they've been doing it all their lives. But when someone tells you about yourself, make sure you listen and be like, okay, wow, am I doing that? You might not understand it in the beginning, but you gotta, if you keep hearing it over and over again, you gotta make sure that you are changing yourself as you get older. You gotta get wiser, not dumber. Just had to say that. All right, let's get to the next one, y'all.
Your problem.
Men ain't shit. If he breathes, he ain't shit.
These men ain't shit.
Let's use some basketball analogies, since sports is the only thing some of you guys understand. Black men, that's your team, okay? When the majority of your team is trash, the whole team is trash.
I just got out of therapy and I realized, bitch, I'm the problem. Damn, I thought it was everybody else. I ain't think it was me.
It's always gonna be on it.
That's just a little, women just understanding what's going on, and some of them are not.
Yeah. And honestly, guys, like we're not going to be able to get every woman right now. But I think we kind of gotta strategize and get one at a time, right? Because a lot of times just people haven't put them on game yet, and then once you put them on game, it's just like you plant a seed. You're not gonna get the crop right there that first day, right? You're gonna wait a couple of months or a couple of years for some of these women, and you're gonna be like, see, I told you, this is what's going on, and then they're gonna be able to humble themselves a little bit later and to get themselves in order. So we as men have to keep planting these seeds in order for us to get the ladies, and the ladies gonna have to be plant seeds with us to help us get to what we need to do, right? You know what I'm saying? So let me say what up to a couple of people in the chat. Hey, what's up? What's up? Is that okay? Is that Jane?
No, Jamie.
Yeah, that's
Jamie.
That's a dope way to spell that. I never heard it. Hey, what's
up?
Yeah,
hey, what's up? Thanks for being here.
Hey,
I think it's Jamie,
Speaks?
Right? Make sure we're right. Just let us know if we're wrong.
Hey,
thanks for being here.
What's up, Speaks? What's up, bro? They said, what it do? Let's get it into it.
Yes.
Exactly, man.
Yeah, I mean, we do all have to make sure that we are giving each other grace. Being, our circumstances. Think about back in the day how it was and how it is now. We don't have all of the same privileges, as some people. So we have to make sure that we are taking that into consideration. And then there's people who are born that did not ask to be here, that are put into weird, terrible situations, right? So let's think about the ones who are born and their parents didn't want them. So now they're automatically in the foster care system because no one adopted them. So imagine someone growing up in that foster care lifestyle. Right? That child did not ask to be there, but then they become adults. And then look, they're out here either making the world worse or making it better. There's some people that take their bad experience and like, I lived that. That's all I know. And then you have some people like, oh no, I don't want that life for myself when I'm an adult. I want to have a family. I want to make sure that my kids don't have the life that I had. But we got to remember that everybody's not the same. So we have to understand circumstances to give people a little bit of grace. Now, after you give them the seed that James is talking about and they don't want to receive that, then, moving on and buy. Like, don't just settle. You know what I'm saying? A lot of us like to settle. Why are we settling so much?
But honestly, I hate that word settle too sometimes because we say settle, but it's not what we talking about, right? So people think they settling for average men making $50,000 a year. They'll think that's settling. I had to settle to be with you. I could have been with a guy making 70 to 100. I'm just like, there's not a lot of guys doing that with them. So it's when it comes to be more realistic, whatever, and being, being grateful for what, but most women be like this.
I mean, the thing is, settling is not bad. It's just people are making it bad.
No, I almost think it's settling. Like, honestly, I think it's you getting what you deserve. You know what I mean? Because if you say selling, right, and you saying you get what you deserve, you know what I'm saying? It's a different context. You grateful to be with that person because you like, okay, I deserve to be with this person because me and him match. We good. But if you feel like I'm settled, like I settled down, like imagine if I say I settled down to be with you, what you'll say?
But I don't think people look at it like that.
They are saying that shit.
I don't think they look at it like that. They saying that they settling and then okay, I'm gonna be with you because there's nothing else that I can get. But they don't look at it as a negative way.
Yeah.
Like when they're with the person.
Yeah, speaks on it. He said you get what you qualify for. Exactly, man.
Yeah, you do.
That's all.
But I'm just saying some people don't look at it like that. They're saying things, doing things, but they're not understanding what they're saying and doing, and then they end up hurting people in the process. That's the issue.
Yeah, man. All
right, let's get right into it, y'all.
This gonna piss a lot of y'all off listening. What? But I just got to be very honest with it. When I thought about it, I was like, wait a minute. If you in the sports, if you the leader of the team and the team loses, they gonna come at you, right? Because you the leader.
You the quarterback.
If we the leader of the community and if black women are so out of control or modern women are so out of control, then ain't that on us?
Yeah.
Like, didn't we drop the ball some fucking where? Yeah. Because when I think about it, like, we are the least, if we're just talking about black men and black women, we are less educated than them.
Yeah.
And it's getting to the point where we even starting to make less money than them.
Yeah.
I don't think we even in a fucking position to hold them accountable. Hold each other accountable. Let them hold each other accountable. And then we kind of come back and meet in the middle.
Hold on now. What? All right, I was with him at the beginning, but at the end, he kind of messed up, right? So, all right, cool. So, and this is one of the conversations I think that need to be had, right? Because so many people push so much emphasis on education, right? But if you look at the numbers, people that make education with a bachelor's degree, the average salary is $50,000 a year. It's around $50K a year, right? You have people that's making that without a degree. So it doesn't matter about the education; it's the matter what makes sense. And a lot of those people owe over $100,000 in student loan debt. So you want a man to be able to buy a house, be able to pay for a family, provide for his family, making 50-some thousand a year with $100,000 in debt, trying to buy a house, right? That's not going to make sense for the average man today to do. So that's why a lot of men, they either go to a job and get it, like me. I'll tell you, for me, I joined the military and the military paid for my degree. I wasn't going to pay for that shit. I'm just being real.
But how many people are going to join the military?
Most people are not, right? But most people are not going to get a degree because degrees don't make sense today. So we got to stop this education talk, right? Because a lot of this stuff is not like how it was in the 50s and 60s when a degree meant a lot. You can get a certificate in IT and make more money than people with degrees, right?
Yeah.
And then he said with us having the education and stuff like that, whatever, we can't leave because we don't have the education. Now that becomes a problem with this, right? I have my degree in healthcare administration. So when I go out and work for a hospital, right, it's people that I'm going to be telling what to do with PhDs.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to be telling doctors what to do.
Yeah. Right?
And I don't have the same level of degree they have.
You don't have to do 10 years.
Exactly. So a lot of this stuff, a lot of these conversations, it falls on deaf ears with it because us as men are not thinking the whole picture through. What about the blue collar workers? What about the people that have government contracts? I know people without a degree with government contracts making $40,000 a month, right? So you have to, or project management certs, IT certs. A lot of this stuff we have to go away from so-called education. Women can only get an education. You think women, you're gonna be a plumber? You gonna be a plumber?
Women can only get an education.
Yeah, are you gonna do a plumbing work?
Nah.
Are you gonna fucking drop the trash? No, she's not gonna be a construction worker. So their jobs are limited. So we as men, we have to actually come with, some sense when we come to this thing. If your woman's educated, good, right? Mm-hmm. So now if she take her education and y'all build a business together, right? And she can work from home type of deal. And she can help her provide for the family because 50,000 plus your 50,000 is 100,000. Now y'all not average no more. Y'all making a much bigger salary, and then as that year go on, y'all can invest and do other things. But us staying single and us fighting against each other is not gonna make it.
Yeah, it's not. I mean, when it comes to the education, it's not that you can't get one. Just get the right one. You got to do a lot of research and then talk to people that have the degree and see how long did it take them to get them to where they're at. If they said, oh, wow, I got the wrong degree, but I moved from this career to that career to this career, with this one degree, meaning that they're not even using their degree. You ever heard of people working and their degree hasn't even been touched?
Yep.
It has nothing to do with what they're doing right now. Okay, then that means that they chose the wrong degree. So make sure if you're gonna get a degree, you get the right one that's suitable for what you want in life. So if you want to have more than average, then get a job that's going to give you more than average. Get a degree that's going to give you more than average. Get a trade that's going to give you more than average, or just start a business that will give you, plenty. Yeah. So you just have to make the right decision and research. A lot of us, it seems like we don't want to research. We want to get something that's handed to us, right? Or it has to be someone we know. Yes, you have to know people sometimes to get what you want. But if you're not qualified, the person it will be lost. So you still have to do your part and having your own wisdom, your own understanding, and then applying it to the things that you learn, right? You have to be able to learn. When you're young, why you think that we're in school so long, right? I'm not with the whole education system, but just think about how long we're in school. It does not end when you're 18. It does not end when you graduate high school. That's just the beginning of your life. You have to continue to learn for years until you get to where you want to be. But never settle for jobs that's paying you little to nothing.
Yeah, but I want to get back to this video because I want to play it again I'm gonna read some of these comments. I'll miss some stuff. Is that staying single keeps you poor, making someone else rich, not being able to build and provide generational wealth. Exactly.
That's different. Thanks for being here.
Yeah.
Someone who just want to be left alone.
Yeah, she love that name. Exactly. And how you gonna build generational wealth with a single income? Right? We always talk about building this. I'm not gonna build him up. Just get your average guy. But you want to go with the drug dealer instead of going with the average guy that's a bus driver or all these different topics that you don't want. Instead of getting with that guy, you'd rather have a baby with a pookie and then get mad.
But they don't want the guy making quote unquote, we saying 50, all right, quote unquote $50,000. They won't even get a man with a 60 or 70. 80 is pushing it. Yeah, they wouldn't get with a man with that. And I'm like, man.
Appreciate it. That's why I want to see this
Thank
video.
You so much for being here.
I want to watch this video again because I have something else to add to it that I forgot.
Thanks for being here, the food channel. I appreciate that. All right, let's get into it, y'all. You want to watch it again?
Yeah, I want to watch that video again.
All right, let me go back to it, y'all, because
part of this stuff is what's causing our community and other communities to not succeed, right? So.
Yeah. All right, let's get into it. Let me just rewind it just a little bit. All right.
All right, here we go.
This is gonna piss a lot of y'all off listening.
What?
But I just got to be very honest with it. When I thought about it, I was like, wait a minute. If you in the sports, if you the leader of the team and the team loses, they going to come at you, right? Because you the leader.
You the quarterback.
If we the leader of the community and if black women are so out of control or modern women are so out of control, then ain't that on us?
Yeah.
Like, didn't we drop the ball some fucking where? Because when I think about it, like, we are the least, if we're just talking about black men and black women, we are less educated than them.
Yeah.
And it's getting to the point where we even starting to make less money than them.
Yeah.
I don't think we even in a fucking position to hold them accountable. Hold each other accountable. Let them hold each other accountable. And then we kind of come back and meet in the middle.
Whoa. Right, so this is what I wanted to add. So we already touched on the educational piece, right? So go ahead, my bad. You go ahead.
My thing is, if you saying that you're a leader, but then you're gonna say that you cannot hold women accountable because they make more money than you, then how would you ever be a leader? If
when does that shit stop?
When
do you start?
If women keep making more money, guess what? They're gonna continue to make more money because their friends, they're gonna be like, girl, come get on this, come get on this money bag, blah blah blah. And then if that's the case, if you guys if this is what he's saying, if men just keep making less money, then when are you going to be able to be leaders? If that's the case,
exactly, and that's
that logic doesn't make any sense.
Because how you gonna say the men are the leaders, right? So we can't hold them accountable. So now we'll never be able to hold them accountable because we'll never be in a position to lead.
But why does
holding that standard? That's a dumbass standard, and we get on this, and I bet if you go to that comment section, a lot of women was like, yes, somebody gets it. Yes, girl, I've been saying this for the longest because now we gave them a cop out to be on that bullshit. You got to stop that stuff, man. If you want men to be leaders, we have to be leaders. So that means, all right, if you would have said, hey, the men ain't got their shit together, you can't check no woman. I would have took that. I'd be like, all right, cool. You know what I'm saying? Because you out there a pookie and you out here trying to check somebody.
Right.
I got you, right? But no.
You're talking about the dollar sign, more money, as if you're not taking care of yourself as a man. See, no, you don't qualify yourself like that.
And let's be real, most of these men are being raised by women anyway. So if that man doesn't have a father in his life or the woman ran him off, you know what I'm saying? Now you putting yourself in a situation where that he doesn't have no male role model. So of course he gonna not be shit. So why the women are messing with him? You know what I'm saying? So we have to have real conversations. And with men, I hate when men do this. I hate when men do this crap with a passion because we don't think things through a lot of the times. Because a lot of us don't have it all the way there. This is being honest with you, right? And you don't need to be talking if you don't have it all the way there. Because you give a woman information like that, so she like, well, nobody ain't never be able to check me.
Yeah.
Why would I listen to anybody?
Because okay. Because now you're giving the lady who does make more money than you to say you can't do nothing. I mean, you're never going to be able to do nothing for me. You can't tell me nothing to do.
Yep.
I have my own money. The same stuff that y'all complaining about.
Yeah. So when are men are ever going to be checked? All right, so men can't check. All right. Do they listen to women that check them? Lady Di, do they listen to you when you check them?
Hell nah.
Exactly. So who's going to do it? So we got to get an old ass woman, 90 years old up here? No, they ain't going to listen to her.
They won't listen to her either.
So that's the problem. He said cuz was misfiring, like exactly, man. And I hate it because we think we doing something. We think we hitting points, but we not.
Yeah, that's not hitting.
And we giving out bad information, and then the lady's going to continue to fail because we're not giving them the proper information. Yes, men can hold you accountable. Yes, there be the men that's on their stuff. And I'm talking about average men. A man that's able to take care of himself should be able to hold a woman accountable, right? Because you damn sure going to hold him accountable when he mess up, right?
But as a leader, that's your job. So
Exactly.
even if your lady is well put together and you get married, you still have to help her because she's going to hold herself accountable, right? Mature. So you still have to, sometimes we slip.
Yeah.
So as the leader, you still got to make sure that you all both are in line.
Yeah.
You can't just, oh, well. So that means if he was married and she was making more money than him 5 years later, now he ain't the leader no more.
Exactly.
And that's the stuff that's the stuff that men are complaining about. You don't want that lifestyle. Don't look at it like that.
Then we're gonna keep going. Hey, what's up, Travel One?
What's up, Travel One?
He said the question of leadership is up to the black men solely. Will you or want you lead? The leadership you must be sane and actionable, not just word. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. So, and what he's talking about, he's telling the women like, hey, we can't hold them accountable. If somebody you can't be held accountable, you're not the leader.
Yeah, you're not.
So you gotta pick one, just like Travel. Because I bet that confused Travel One. She was like, "What the fuck are you talking about?" Because either you're gonna be the leader or you're not, right? Are we gonna be able to hold women accountable or not? And it has to be the men that's on something that's gonna be able to do it.
Yeah. Look, someone.
He said that dude.
I never heard. Look, dude is a pick-me. Damn. God damn, that's what we doing?
Oh, shit.
Pick me award goes to whoever his name is. Yeah, that's crazy.
Oh man, that's funny. Oh, we gotta have the gym ready for that one. That was good. Hey, Big he said you gonna keep talking reckless and get checked and call it an abuse. Abuse, yeah, man. It's crazy, man. But we have to get things in order. Either we're gonna lead or we not, right? So if women are telling us, hey, we want y'all to lead, right? That means we got to check them.
Like, for example, this is a quick story of our relationship. So it's not going to be long. James used to hold me accountable. So let's say the one major thing for me that he didn't like was that I still am, but I was very sarcastic with him. God. Now, I'm sarcastic, period, right? And if you are a sarcastic person and you are watching this, put a 1 in the chat because you know how I am, how I feel.
What's up, Bria?
All right. But listen, I was very sarcastic, but sarcastic could be very rude. And I was basically being rude to James. Not every day. No, it was every day. Just not all the time, every day. So he was holding me accountable saying, hey, don't talk to me like that. And I said, talk to you like what? I didn't get what he was saying. After a while, I understood that I can't give him that type of energy, okay? Because that's in his eyes, and men, period, feel that is masculine, okay? And I'm like, I'm not masculine. Do you see me wearing, whatever it is that you guys wear? My voice is not deep, nothing like that. So I'm not masculine. I'm feminine, right? We used to have these conversations way before Kevin Samuels came into play, all right?
We've been together 10 years.
Right.
This before I married.
Before we got married.
So this is like he used 9 years ago?
Yep.
Yeah.
He used to hold me accountable all the time when it came to how I spoke. Now, I wasn't like rude all the time. It was just some things that, and my brain, I thought that was like annoying or to me slow. Like, why you asking me that, So he held me accountable. I was able to change. And without him holding me accountable, I don't think I would have knew unless some other man did, but no other man never did it. So and I appreciate him for doing that because now I'm a better person. Yeah. So that's it. Yeah. We got to allow our men to tell us things. It's okay.
Exactly. All right. What's up, Harris Tribe Media
Mr.
Group?
He said, she said.
What's going on? What's up? Peace.
Y'all follow them.
He said, how about women stop trying to tell men how to be men? Exactly, man. And because it's either you're going to let us be leaders or not, right? If everything's going to be on our back, let it be on our back. You know what I'm saying? Let us make a decision. You see it coming? Yeah. So he said, said shut that she up all the way. I don't know if we can cuss, right? Exactly. Yeah, shut that shit up all the way. I be cussing all the time. Salute. What's up, Derek Mason?
Hey, Derek Mason. Thanks for being here. We appreciate you.
He said, not sure about check them. The husband is to love his wife like the church. If you pick that wife God wanted you to have, there is no need to so-called check her. Plus, she is grown. She talks to God too. I don't know about that, Travel One.
Some people need to be checked. They think that they know everything, even if they read in the Bible. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Sometimes you need that person to say, "Hey, all right, shake it out of you. Like, stop."
Shoot, Adam and Eve was talking. Well, Adam was talking straight to God, and Eve, but still jacked up. You know what I'm saying? So he should have checked her when she brought that fruit. You know
and I understand what you're saying. We're adults, but that's the problem, though. Yep. Just because we're adults don't mean that we can't get checked.
Because we get checked at work.
We get checked at work. Sometimes some of us still get checked by our parents. All right. It is what it is. Yep. It does not make you less of a person. It just means that you didn't think about it.
Somebody just need that reality check.
And it's okay. It's okay. It doesn't make you look like a child and all that nonsense.
Yeah, Mason, he said, "What's up, brother?" He said, yes, lady, you're right about it, about the tone. Yeah, man, it's just little small stuff.
Yeah, man. You know, so I changed.
He said, "I bet you got a pair of Timbs, Lady Di." Yep.
I was gonna say that too, but I was like, "Now let me not say that."
Yeah, she got some Timbs. You already know. Hey, what's up? What's up, Red Lipstick?
Hey, Red Lipstick. What's up, girl? Make sure y'all follow her as well. Subscribe to her channel.
She said, someone need to be left alone. Said small transgressions can build into a tidal wave. Exactly, man. So if you don't get that little small stuff out the way, you know what I'm saying? That junk can be crazy, man. So
all right, yep. So let's get right into it. 50-50.
Yeah, we got love for you, Travel.
All right, let's get right back into it, y'all.
I have a question for the women. So let's just say your man is like a big sports fan. Basketball, football, it don't matter. And let's say this woman doesn't even like sports. Why is it that some of you women who have no skin in the game, and you know it means a lot when his team wins, why do you root for the other team? I know my man like the Cowboys, but I want the Cowboys to lose. I don't care. I just want the Cowboys to lose. If you are a woman who likes sports, and let's say you are a Giants fan, and your man, husband, or your boyfriend, whoever, is a Cowboys fan, no issues with that. I am talking to the women who don't even know where the touchdown is. They think a touchdown is worth 3 points. I'm talking to those women. And I'm not sure if men do that on the other end, because I would never do that. If my woman liked a particular thing, whatever it is, if she liked it and I had no skin in the game, I'm riding with whoever she's riding with. I was talking to my homeboy about this, and he was telling me the same thing happened with him and his wife. Just root against you for no apparent reason. I don't understand it, but help me out.
Hey, that's funny.
So
that's funny.
It's funny, but it's a silly eye opener. I feel like we can learn from anything. So, for example, when me and James got together, I didn't really know much about football. Even though I watched football, I used to dance in the band in high school for a football team for the school. I still never understood football. So when I got with him, he is a big. You want to say what your team is?
Oh, you said Alabama.
He's a big Alabama fan. Roll Tide, college football. Huge fan. Like, if I had tickets front row, we would be there every game if we could. Okay. And I'm talking about we were living there. But listen, so, when he told me about his team, I said, oh, yeah. So I used to watch it with them. And then when it came to obviously somebody else playing against them, I still would be like, yeah, I'm Roll Tide all day. I don't know nothing about it. You know what I'm saying? So I continue that because I'm with him. We on the same team. Now, when it came to basketball, I knew about basketball. I used to play basketball and I knew about basketball. So when it came to basketball, I never was on the same team as him, just like the guy was saying. I liked the video because it was like a life of that me and him had. Basketball, no. I like basketball. I know about basketball. I'm not with the same team as you. I'm all the way over here. You stay over there. Okay? That made it fun in our relationship, but it was because I knew the sport. Yeah. There's ladies, like he said, that don't even know the sport. And they like, I'm not on your team.
See what I'm dealing with, Big? See what I'm dealing with?
How you gonna go against your man? And we just talking about sports, but it's a silly eye opener.
No, it was funny. That video was funny because he said women are haters, man. But I think that's all in good fun, man. Because even my mother-in-law, she be going to every time like Alabama be playing, she'll go for the opposite team, and you know what I mean, be talking junk to me and stuff like that. So
yes, it's for fun.
So,
but sometimes some ladies take it to heart. Like, don't be going against your man at everything. Damn, be supportive sometimes.
Yeah, man. What's up, black man?
What up, bro?
What's going on, man?
All right, let's get right into it.
The reason why so many men hate women is because we've been fed this lie that men and women are the same and that we're equals. Honestly, and I know that sounds weird, but it's like men and women are nothing. Like we are not the same. Masculine and feminine energy are quite literally opposite. Once you get to this point and you realize what women are actually like, what men are actually like, you lose all level of disrespect towards women. A woman could go and cheat on you, and this is the kind of man who just...
What? I missed that last part.
Let me rewind it just again. Did y'all hear that?
Not the same. Masculine and feminine energy are quite literally opposite. Once you get to this point and you realize what women are actually like, what men are actually like, you lose all level of disrespect towards women. A woman could go and cheat on you, and this is the kind of man who just...
He's saying that there's men that a lady would...
Like stoic.
Yeah.
Yeah. But but he has some good points. So at the beginning, I was with him, right? So a lot of times we hold each other to the same standard, right? So sometimes I had to check myself, right? Because I would be thinking like, hey, Lady Di, I don't call her damn Lady Di, but it's hard. But I'd be like, hey, baby, like, you know what I mean? Don't you know this? And don't you supposed to do this or blah, blah, blah? And she'd be like, no, I don't. You know what I mean? So sometimes we put on what we think they supposed to already know, when no, it's not like that, right? They're not mind readers, just like we not mind readers. So a lot of times we have to be able to explain things to help the other party understands it, right? Because women sometimes men don't understand where they're coming from. So we gotta be able to understand things, and the way to do that is not to look at each other as equals, right? Because we look at the world totally different. My mission is totally different than her mission, right? So we're gonna have to look at the world differently because we on two different missions. But the missions are gonna meet in the middle because it's for the same goal, but we just going two different ways, right, to get there. But we're gonna still stay on that same track.
But today, I don't think I think today people are on the same mission. Women that want to have
trying to be men,
right? There we go. Not all, but we talking about gender war. We're talking about gender war. So this is one of the issues in that, is that women are trying to be like men. So it seems like y'all, not me, I'm not in that, are walking the same path. So we got to stop doing that. But I forgot what I was going to say. Yes, that's something I forgot.
I was talking about how we look at things totally different.
Oh, right? So even today, we've been together 10 years and we are a lot better than where we came. But even today, sometimes I still don't understand. Because I'm not a man. I don't think man. My brain don't process that at all. So I'm like, what are you talking about? Yep. And he's explaining to me like I'm posting on. I'm like,
yeah. And because a lot of times, like the doctor made a good point. We had Dr. Nakumbe on the show, and he was talking about a lot of times we be 3-4 steps ahead as men because we look more long term, right? A lot of women feel like, hey, they think about what's going on right now, how I feel about it now. We looking at, all right, well, 10 years from now, you're going to love that I told you this. You know what I mean? Because you're going to see the benefits of it, right? And instead of meeting the women where they're at and explaining to them all the way to that 10-year point, we just say the 10-year point, and they just like, what? You know what I'm saying? So now it's a level of confusion there. So
read the comment in IG. We're on IG and TikTok, y'all. Go ahead.
Hey, he said, how men look at the world is how it is. Women look at the world on how it should be. Oh, great point. It said that's what's that? Matt, so do something. I'm sorry, I can give you a credit, brother. But man, appreciate that. That's a great point. Great point in the chat. So
yeah, it was. Yep.
To Tracy, hey,
what's
up,
thanks
Tracy?
for being here.
Hey, Double Jackson. What's up? No,
what's up?
He said the point of a gender war is division. Mm-hmm. Exactly. It says they want us divided among all lines: gender, finance, racial, religion, education, politics, you name it. Exactly, man. And y'all notice it's always a red and a blue, right? I don't know if y'all noticed that it's always the red and blue, the blood's clear. It's always that type
always division.
It's always that you got the Republicans and Democrats, you know what I'm saying? It always the East and the West in the basketball. No, but yeah, it's always something with those colors or with the vision and stuff like that, right? So we have to realize what's going on and bring our families back together, because if we continue to let it go like this, whatever, right? What we gonna do? What we gonna have? We're not gonna have nothing to fall back on. So as a people, so yeah, appreciate that, Double Jackson.
Yeah, that brings me to my poll. If you guys haven't voted on the poll, I'm gonna bring it up so you can see. So can y'all see that? Oh wait, hold on, y'all. Can y'all see that? Okay, I said majority of the people below lack two-parent households, which could be the cause of the gender war. Ultimately, lack of parents causes division between the man and the woman. We are not getting along. Which of the options below do you believe is the number one reason why there is a gender war? So let me make this a little bigger. I don't know if y'all can see that. Oh, wait.
Yeah, you probably,
hold on.
You probably just do that one.
Okay. Here we go. So, what? Struggle streaming, y'all. All right, look. So here we go. Okay, which one of the options below do you believe is the number one reason why there is a gender war? So we have government assistance, welfare. All right. We got the gang violence. So men who just want to run the streets. Then we have no parents, foster care, raised by your grandparents, raised by your auntie. Listen, no parents. Okay. And then we have the one at the bottom is prostitution or drug abuse. All right. So this is what I have here. Now, 49% of you guys said government assistance. Why is that? Why? I'm going to tell you why. I believe that some of you guys picked that. Well, women who are on, and I'm talking about ladies, women who are on government assistance, a lot of them use and abuse. So let's talk about people that are on Section 8. When you have Section 8, all right, but the majority of the state scenario is that you cannot have a man living, or you can't be with one. You can't be married. You have to be by yourself, right? Because they're supporting you to get your feet, get yourself in a position where you can provide for yourself, okay? Because you're single. So what are they doing? Having baby number 1, baby number 2, baby number 3, right? It keeps going up, right? They having men, but they're not being with them. It's already divided. Now they're on baby daddy number 2, baby daddy number 3. I know women who got baby daddy number 6, and they just using the system because they don't want to work. That's dividing. That's division between you and your partners, and division between you, the partner, and the kids automatically. So I can understand why 49% of y'all said that was the number one. Now, what do you think? It's the number one.
I would say the household, the parents. I would make that number one. Only because even though it was an agenda behind it, I totally agree that it was an agenda behind it. We could have told them no, right? Or we could have used the system and then figure out ways around it, like some people did. Like some people was hiding people in their house. You know what I'm saying? Like, but we could have had more. You know what I'm saying? So it's I think it's just now, you know what I mean, even though our forefathers made those sins per se, right? Of choosing wrong, I think we can reverse that now, but a lot of us are not reversing because we was taught that game and we still trying to keep that going, right? Rather than trying to change it. You know what I'm saying? So it's yeah, man. It's we know what's going on, so now we have to fix it.
Yeah, we do.
But I get why people saying it, man. So you know what I mean? Like people right, he say I agree this government assistance. Yeah, you know what I mean? Then somebody said the government supplanted the man in home. Exactly. So I know why. It's kind of like the same argument of people putting guns in our communities. We gotta like, hey, we gotta say no. You know what I'm saying? So now we understand what they did, right? All right, so let's get this amen. Sit down with these women. Sit down with your sisters. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of these women that's doing that around these kids, they got brothers.
If you have a sister, please sit down. Like for me, I didn't have a brother when I was growing up. I had to learn by observation. So if you have well, if you're put together, and even if you're not, learning from somebody can help you, right? You learn from your siblings that are in the house. You must do that. because these ladies out here, some of us are hurting. We don't have guidance. Some of y'all are hurting. But since y'all are the leaders, you still have to be the leader, even in your circumstances not right. You still have to try. Protect your sisters. Protect these women.
Yep.
We got some comments in IG.
Yep. It said, it said families can get Section 8 and all the sisters. Okay. And they said they choose to use and abuse. Exactly. It said, and then it says definitely about the parents, but feminism put men out the home. Yeah, man.
Yes.
Good point.
Yes.
And hey, how you doing, Coney?
Hey, thanks for being here.
New face. It
yes.
also is based on what timeline you grew up in. I highlight this comment because this is very important. Depending on what timeline you grew up in, it can change the dynamic, right? So,
that's true. Very true.
So I think we all caught up. Hey, what's going on? Salute.
Thanks for being here, new face. We love it. Thanks for subscribing. If you haven't already, you guys, y'all gotta hit the like button. You just have to. How you gonna be here not doing that?
No, man, we got some great stuff coming up, and I got some questions.
Like the video, you guys. Thanks for being here so much.
And I have some questions that I want to ask too, whatever. But we can get back into the videos. Oh, Chris, what's up? What's going on, brother? What's going
up,
on?
Sterling? Can I call you that? I like that name. All right, so let's get into it, y'all.
Did you have another poll?
Oh, I did.
I want to get paid the same as a man, and I think you understand that. So if you become president, will a woman make the same as a man? And do I get to choose what I do with my body?
Was that too fast? Did you understand what she said? What did she say?
She said,
someone said, yes, you can. Go ahead.
She said, if you become president, would I make the same amount of money as men, and would I be able to do what I want with my body? And then she put a hand on
You're
it.
going to make the same if you do as good a job. You're going to make the same if you do as good a job, and I happen to be pro-life. Okay? I'm pro-life.
Oh. I don't say. He said, if you do as good of a job. Exactly. And that's what we got to do, man. Like some people hate Donald, man. I like realness, man. I like people being real. So I like people to be upfront and tell the truth. If they feel a certain type of way, let me know. You know what I'm saying? So that's what we got to tell women, and women got to tell us, hey, this is what's going on. And we tell them, hey, this is what's going on, right? We have to be real. If you do as good of a job, yeah, of course you'll get paid the same. You know what I'm saying? That trigger warning. So yeah, man, and a lot of families are running away from telling the truth. Like I remember growing up in the South, people will tell you, they almost know you, pull your damn pants up. Old people will tell you. Now you walk around the South, nobody's saying nothing no more. You know what I'm saying?
They're not saying a damn thing at all.
Yeah, so we have to be able to tell people the truth, So it's getting reckless out here, and in order for us to change, you know what I'm saying, we have to do it. That's the trigger one. But yeah.
We have to, y'all. So let's get I see a new face. What's up?
What's up?
Chuckle. I like y'all names. Y'all names having me. That's funny. All right, let's get into it, y'all.
As a woman, what's one thing you wish all men understood?
That we're equal.
Yeah. In what way?
No. I'm gonna stop right there. No, we're not equal. Okay.
Ways.
In all ways.
Do you think you and I have the same strength? That we're as strong as each other?
I think so. This is a topic I get really into because I am very much the person who sees like strength. You might have more strength in one aspect, whether it's emotionally or physically, than I do in another. But
I can push a baby out of my vagina. You can't grow one. You
True.
can ejaculate.
True.
That's why we're not equal. Thank you.
All the freaking time and impregnate all the women in the world, but they're not controlling you. They're controlling me. Why? When I can only make a baby in 9 months, I make one. If I actually make one, if I make it through, both me and my baby, you can impregnate multiple women multiple times a day.
So again, you're proving our point. The ones who don't believe we're equal. We're not equal.
And yet, I'm the one that's told that I need to have birth control.
I could have 10 bit. I could have.
When there's a 15 minute procedure, snip, snap, walking out, maybe a little waddle, and that's it.
So I could have 10 babies in a year, and you could only have one.
No, 10 babies. You could have significant. You had 10 babies in one day. 10 babies in one day. 10 different women. Done.
Okay, if we're unequal in any way, how are we actually equal?
No, we're unequal in the fact that the way that society has placed us.
Okay.
Everything she mentioned was genetically like men can't have kids. That has nothing to do with the society, ma'am.
This video triggered you.
That's like asking our white and black people equal.
But they're not though.
Society, we're not.
God damn it.
She doesn't know what she's talking about. So all right, first of all, I'll tell you, I don't know if whoever's listening, if you feel that we are equal to men, we're not. We would never be. It's designed not to be, okay? It is designed not to be equal. We are each other's balance. And that's okay. Why is it so bad that we are not equal? Okay, a dog and a cat. They're a dog and a cat for a reason. People don't like cats. They like dogs. Some people don't like dogs. They like cats.
Did you just compare me to an animal?
Yes.
Oh my God.
Why is that? Why some people don't like the cat and the dog? All right. It's because they're different. You don't have to do nothing for a cat. You have to do everything for a dog. All right. They're different. They're not equal. They can't even have kids together. And if they do something no, but we got to stop this. Yeah. I'm going to answer the question because she didn't answer it. Are we as ladies stronger than men? All right. If you are in the chat and you are a female, please, if you think that you are stronger than a man, I want you to put a 1 in the chat. If you think that you are not stronger than a man, I ain't talking about you're a man. I'm talking about a man, period. If you don't think you are stronger than a man, you don't think, or I said you, wait, hold up. If you don't think you're stronger than a man, put a 2 in the chat.
They're going to be like, I see this guy in the wheelchair the other day. Like, shut your stupid ass.
Listen. All right, I'm going to tell y'all the answer, yo.
You ain't going to wait?
No. There's no way. All right, I want y'all to know for real. If you think that you are stronger than a man, if you think that you are stronger, put a 1 in the chat. If you think you are not stronger, put a 2 in the chat.
Thank you.
I'm gonna wait for these answers. I'll do that because I'm impatient.
Hey, what's up, Kiera? Nice to meet you, man.
I like how you put that.
Yeah.
Kiera make me say Kiera.
Because I thought I fucked it up at first, and then I looked at it again. I was like, yeah, okay.
Listen, y'all gotta stop with it. But thanks for see, I'm impatient. I'm not waiting for y'all. No, but all honesty.
This one of her weaknesses, y'all.
What? Oh, being patient?
I'll be trying to talk sometime. It should be
I'd be like, But no, so the answer is no. We as ladies are not stronger than a man. I don't want to use the crazy circumstances if a guy's in a wheelchair or something is physically wrong with him. Okay. We can't use that. That doesn't make any sense. I'm just talking about in general for healthy people. We are not stronger than any man, and we would never be. Never. It's not happening. And don't try to be. He is supposed to protect you. How is he going to protect somebody that is stronger than him? How is that going to happen?
He's going to be looking at you like you're supposed to protect us.
Yeah, you get up.
Yeah, you get up and knock his ass out.
All right, there are protectors for a reason. Also, science, well, I don't want to say science, but the body's anatomy. We don't have the same capabilities, just like men don't have the same capabilities as pushing out children. But just because we're able to push out children and we're using those muscles down there to do so, that doesn't make us stronger. It makes us mentally stronger. I would say that in that way for that situation. But guess what? You can't compare it because they can never have a kid. You understand? So at the same time, there's no comparison. We do what we do. They do what they do. Appreciate the man, please. Appreciate the strong men out there.
Hey, punch me in my arm. Punch me in my arm hard as you can. Hey, y'all. Hey, clip that. She hit me. Clip that abuse. No,
I appreciate you guys' honesty.
Hey, Trevor One, what's going on? He said men and women are equal as human beings. Yes, and of course there are physical and mental differences. And that's all guys are saying, right? Because we can't hold each other equally because I'm gonna hold women to the same standard I hold a man, and I don't do that, right? So say if we are running or if I'm pushing something or we doing some physical activity, like or we hiking, I'm not gonna expect my wife to be doing exactly what I'm doing, carrying the big packs or you know what I mean, doing certain things. I'm understanding, hey, she's a woman, she has limited capabilities, so I'm gonna look at that and say, okay, hey baby, you hold this instead of holding this.
Right. And we're talking about physical. I'm not getting into the mental aspect.
Yeah,
but I'm only talking about physical.
And two, getting out of situations. We're going on mental, right? I already got that.
The comments in IG.
Oh, my bad. Hey, he said,
hey, what's up?
He said, it said, Mike Roper, how you doing, brother? What's going on?
Hey, what's up, Donovan?
Yeah, that's your fam right there. All right. He says, no transgender, please. We're playing on equal around here. he said the 3 P's: protection, provision, provide is for men. Exactly, man.
Right.
We got to make sure we're doing our job, right? So he said biology will always win.
Right. It's all about that. Let's talk about the facts.
Yeah.
All right, let's get into it. We got so much more to show y'all. All right. So stay be patient, y'all. I know y'all like to see these clips.
I personally don't think that if I stopped posting Instagrams of my body that like the world would change. That's sort of like a big part of it. I have to say, like, I posted a nude picture yesterday. I was like super excited. Like, well, first of all, I sent them to my friends and I was like, do I even look good here? I don't know if I should post them. And they were like, what, bitch, basically. And like, shut the fuck up kind of thing. And then I had this feeling of like, oh, I'm gonna get so much shit for posting these. Like, people are gonna be so like mad. They're gonna be like, oh, he's naked. Oh, she says don't objectify us, but then she posts this.
I'll let you tackle that one. She was all over.
So she's gonna say that if she stopped posting her nude pictures, she doesn't believe that the world is gonna change if she stopped posting them. It will make the world change if you stop posting them, because little girls that are watching you think that they're going to be able to do the same thing.
Well, hopefully they're not watching that.
They are watching it. These kids are on TikToks, y'all.
Fact,
all right.
Fact.
Unless a parent knows, most of the time parents don't even know that their kid is on TikTok.
Luckily we got a good son, because he told us, like, Dad, I'm on TikTok, right? He actually told me, you know what I'm saying? So we told him, hey, don't be on TikTok no more. He deleted his account right in front of us.
Yeah, we still got to check, because these kids you can't trust, period.
But
anyway,
it's good though.
It's good, yeah. But you got to be on your kids, pretty much is what I'm saying. So kids are on these devices now. Some of us didn't have the access. If you're a part of the millennials, what is it? What's after the millennials? Whatever.
Gen Z?
No.
You said before.
Before the millennials. What is it?
That? Generation X.
All right. And before that, a lot of us did not have the access to these apps. All right. It started in the millennial time period. We got it halfway through our life.
Yeah.
Okay. So we do know best of both worlds in that way. But at the same time, if you stop posting your nude pictures or pictures that are inappropriate, then you will make a difference in the world, because people that are watching that are younger than you are going to say they're not going to do these things. They're not watching it. Some people just do stuff because they see it. But if you take it away, some of them are not going to do. I'm not going to say it's not going to happen. It's just not going to be a high percentage. So I do think if you feel like you want to change the world, stop posting your nude pictures.
Yeah, exactly. They said, Coney said, man is man and the woman is a woman. And they are this for a reason. Thank God we are different. Exactly.
Yeah.
Like wherever I'm weak, my wife is there to help me out. Wherever she's weak, I'm there to help her out. You know what I mean? It's all about respect. It's all about love.
And that's another tip. Make sure you guys are finding people that you are each other's balance. Just because you are a man and a woman, yes, we are different and we have balance for each other, but you got to be compatible.
Yeah, exactly.
You got to be compatible. It has to be a balance. And like he said, what I'm weak in, he has. What he's weak in, I have. Find you a partner like that.
Yep. What's up, Dominic?
Hey, what's up, Dominic? Thanks for being here, new face. Yep. I appreciate you for stopping by and dropping a comment.
He said the answer is simple. It's just another battle in the war against humanity, aka soft population folk. Exactly, man. And that's what it's about, man. It's about keeping us away from each other. Women are saying, hey, I don't want to get married no more. Men saying that I don't want to get married no more. And then now y'all can't. Now the people with those mindsets, they can't enjoy the fruits that we have, right? We have 4 kids, you know what I'm saying? We have a family. We developing something. We building something. We actually, you know what I mean, are running business together. We doing certain things, right? Because we have each other's back. You know what I'm saying? Hey, if I can't do something, hey, baby, can you post this video? It be many times. I be at work. Hey, baby, can you do this? Can you do? Hey, boom, boom, boom. You know what I'm saying? Hey, can you do this? Can you do this? She's like, all right, I got you. You know what I'm saying? And same thing with her. You know, we have each other back.
Yeah, without the attitude and the no, I ain't doing it. No, we got to make sure we're balanced. There's a comment on IG too.
Oh, so
yeah, we got 4 kids.
Yeah, we got 4 kids, brother. He said, women's attention from social media is the new currency. Young women will follow as older women have failed younger women. They look up to Cardi B, Megan Thee Stallion. Exactly, man. And that's why we have this channel too as well. So we can give other people, younger people, something to look up to, or older people that needs, like, hey, how is this marriage supposed to look? You know what I mean? In today's time, right? You know, what do we need to be doing? Like, me and my wife have a lot of fun together, right? We need to bring fun into relationships, because a lot of times people are just looking at each other all crazy, taking everything serious. Oh, you hurt my feelings. Oh, you hurt this, you hurt that. Get over it. You know, it doesn't matter. You know what I'm saying?
Get over it.
Yeah, like, for real. Like, you just think about it. Like, it's not gonna be forever. You know what I'm saying? You're on this earth for a little period of time, small period of time.
Just think about it like this: your parents. Does your parents get on your nerves? Right? Your parents are gonna get on your nerves. They're not gonna be perfect and do everything that you like. They're not gonna be like that. Think of your spouse the same way. You love your parents. You're gonna be there for your parents through death of you. Do the same thing for your partner.
Yep, Kiera.
All right, that's it.
Kiera on point. She said, "Agree. Respect yourself and your body." Exactly, man. And that's
Thank
why
you.
we need a lot of the young sisters, man, saying this too as well, because you know what I mean, they're gonna be the ones that's taking over. You know what I mean? They've heard when she, I don't know if she's married now, she might be, but her generation is gonna be the next ones coming after us and stuff like that, right? So we got to make sure that we give them the right information, because honestly, our elders have failed us, right? So we got to make sure we doing what's right, so we won't fail the next people.
All right, let's get into it.
If I find a girl that I want to make my wife, and I find her super attractive,
Okay.
yeah, because that's what I would do. I would make her my wife. I would ask her to.
She's triggered by the word "make."
Oh my God.
He can't make her a wife. All right.
Marry me and then make her my wife. You say you are a feminist. You're 100% a feminist.
That is feminist.
You heard me say that.
Oh,
you
I
heard.
make her my wife. Like.
Yeah, because that's what I would do.
It's like I'm an equal human, the woman.
What
It's not about
you
you
say
to
that.
make her your wife.
Obviously, she would want to be my wife.
She has her own life. She wants to be your wife too.
Of course, but she's
She took that too literal.
Yeah.
She wants to be your wife too. Like what?
She wants to go to the club. She wants to do her makeup.
No, she's not going to want to go to clubs.
Pictures.
She's not going to want to go to clubs. No,
she does.
because here's the thing. That's a non-negotiable for me in marriage.
Okay, well
if I find a woman, if there's plenty of women out there that don't want to go to clubs all the time.
Okay, well.
There's plenty of women out there that
Have
don't want to
fun
go to
with that,
clubs
girl.
in tiny little dresses and get hit on by guys all the time.
So like, what? I don't understand why she's triggered. That's why they made up the word "pick me." Because we marriage-minded women want to be picked. We want to be picked. Thanks so much, Speaks, for dropping that. Thank you so much.
No,
let me drop the horn. We are not equal. Keep pushing truth and positivity within marriage and relationships.
Yeah, appreciate
God's
that, man.
work. Thank you
Appreciate
so much
that.
for dropping that knowledge. But yeah, marriage-minded women want to be picked, and I don't see why that's bad. She's saying you cannot make me a wife. Yes, that's what they're doing. You're taking on his last name, unless you don't want the last name and you one of those that want to either have your name, he take your name, since we have all these rights to do that now, or some people hyphenate their name. There's some men that are not into that hyphenation thing, but either way, you're taking on the man's name. So yes, he is making you his wife because he's asking you hand in marriage to marry him. Yep. All right. And you're saying yes or no. It's simple stuff.
Yep. He said, what's up? Was that Ray J 201? What's up, brother? He said, love me some pick me's. Exactly. He said, love you guys. Yeah, man. Appreciate it.
Hey, thanks for being here.
And that's my whole thing about with the pick me thing that always confused me. Because like even with playing sports, right? We always wanted to be picked. Nobody wanted to be the last pick. You know what I'm saying? So with guys, when we hear that crap, we just like, why are women calling y'all pick me's? Because like I wanted to be first pick when I was coming off. That means I was the best person. That means this person valued me enough to make me the number one, the first pick, right? You know what I'm saying? Just like in the draft, right? The number one pick, you know what I mean? They get recognition for the rest of their life, right? Or if they do good or they do bad. So that always confused, especially men, because we always wanted to be picked in sports and stuff like that, right? And we feel like, hey, we want to pick the best woman. That's for us. So that's an honor for us to even want to marry you, because that's just going against what men mostly want to do, because a lot of men just want to be out here in the streets.
And then it shows that she's not going to accept a man to be the leader of, the house. It doesn't mean that you're not going to have a voice. Yes, you will have a voice. Yeah. You are going to be there, a strong voice at that. And then she mentioned that going clubbing. He said, no, if I get a wife, you're not going clubbing unless we going clubbing. No, you're not going clubbing. Now that's per man. Every man is different. Some men are they're like, nah, we're not doing that. We're going to focus on being, good to each other, husband, wife, and a good mother. And, we're going to, have a family dynamic. Exactly. Y'all are going to go clubbing together if that's what y'all decide to do.
Yep. Hey, Carl said it on TikTok. He said, a pick me is a hell of a lot better than a skip me. Exactly.
Hey, what's up, Carl? Thanks for being here.
And it says on Instagram, it said, men control the right to who gets married, and women control the access to sex. Exactly. It said, pick me's get picked. If you don't like to get picked, then they're left. Pick me versus leftover women. Exactly, man. So that's why I always confuse me. It's like I want you should want to be in a situation where you pick, right? So why would you put yourself in a situation that nobody wants to pick you? That's going against your best interest. Now you're going to be complaining about it's no good men.
It's all about control. They think it's controlling. You can't make me.
But don't you want a leader?
No, they don't.
So that's what I'm saying. This is what confuses men. You say you want a leader. All right, cool. You want a man that's in control, right? He's going to tell you, hey, this is what we're going to do. All right, this is the plan. This is how we're going to do the plan, and blah, blah, blah. You'll give your input. Hey, baby, I think we can tweak this right here and make it better. Okay, all right, I ain't must think of that way. You're right. Let's go that way, right? Or no, we can't do that because X, Y, Z, right? You want a man like that, correct?
But then let's talk about the wealthy guys, right? Let's talk about them. Those men that some women want, they're going to be in control, period. You're not going to tell him how to spend his money. You're not going to tell him where he's going, where he's not going. He's going to be telling you what you're doing, right? Respectfully. All right. These men are going to be in control and going to be the leaders. But then what do you want to do? You're going to listen to that? It's the same thing. Men with money, men with average money, men with in between. It don't matter. A man is a man, and a man is going to lead respectfully. You don't get an asshole. There are assholes out there. All right. I'm not going to sit here and say that it doesn't exist, but you're not going to get with the asshole. You're going to get with a good, genuine man who cares about you and the family and want the best interest for y'all. And that man is going to lead you in the right direction. Yep. That is very simple.
Yep. Hey, what's going on, Charles? What's up, brother?
Hey, Charles. Thanks for being here.
He said, let Black America burn down, or help add fuel to the fire, or burn it down faster. Replace Black America. Yeah, man, we got to change our culture, man. So that's what we got to do. We got to do it, man.
Yeah.
I'll say, was it Chucky? He said, so.
Wait, hold on, Chucky. Hold on. Chucky, my favorite movie. All right. Child's Play. You like that? Is that your favorite movie? Go ahead.
God damn it. She doesn't realize men are the ones that propose. So he's correct. Men choose. Exactly, man. Yep. Say exactly. Travel One said, seems like the guy talking knows the type of woman he wants. Exactly. And I think that's what he was trying to get.
Yeah.
Because he's not going to get with a woman that's clubbing. Is that for a wife, it's his choice. Some women haven't learned they can't change a man. Oh my. Travel One, you own one today. She's well, you be spend some fire some other day. I ain't gonna do you like that. It said men do what they want, and once a woman realize that is frees her mind. Exactly, man. That's what we gotta do. What up, hustler?
Hey, hustler, what's up?
Hey, he said part 2 was cool.
Part 2 was good. Yes.
What's your favorite one?
Part 1. Part 1. All right, let's get into it, y'all. Oh shoot. What did I do?
Hey, you are a feminist. You're 100% a feminist.
That is feminist.
You heard me say that.
Oh, I want to make her my wife. Like.
Yeah, because that's what I would do.
It's like I'm an equal human, the woman.
Well,
It's not about
you say that.
To make her your wife.
Obviously, she would want to be my wife.
She has her own life. She wants to be your wife too.
Of course, but she's not going to.
She wants to go to the club. She wants to do her makeup.
No, she's not going to want to go to clubs. She's not going to want to go to clubs. No,
she does.
Because here's the thing: that's a non-negotiable for me in marriage.
Okay, well
if I find a woman, if there's plenty of women out there that don't want to go to clubs all the time.
Okay, well.
There's plenty of women out there that don't want to go to clubs in tiny little dresses and get hit on by guys all the time.
I want equal pay because it's like, why am I going to college? I'm getting A's and B's, and this nigga got C's.
All right,
and he's making more money than me.
So why she making that so general? These niggas got C's, like, so they can't be smart.
Yes. Would you rather have a high-profile job for no
Also, a C is passing, by the way.
pay or clean sewers for $100,000 a year?
I would clean sewers if it's more money.
Okay.
Dresses and get hit on by guys all the time.
I want equal pay because it's like, why am I going to college? I'm getting A's and B's, and this nigga got C's.
All right,
and he's making more money than
let
me.
me ask you this. Would you rather have a high-profile job for no pay or clean sewers for $100,000 a year?
I would clean sewers if it's more money.
Okay. Do you think most women would choose to do that?
I don't know what most women choose, but I'm talking about me.
Okay, no, I get that, but I'm saying I've interviewed hundreds of women, and most women actually would not choose the dangerous, dirty job. Is that possibly why a lot of women get paid less? Why do we have the expression, that's a man's job?
Because certain things are a man's job. Because it's like, why gotta take the trash out if there's a man in the house?
Right, so I'm
or
just saying...
lift heavy things.
Well, is it fair to say if you want equal privileges, you need equal responsibilities?
No, I want... Why is responsibility with equality?
Because you gotta
I'm just trying to get equal pay.
Because you gotta take the bad with the good.
Why do I have to do all the extra shit if I can't... Why can't I just have equal pay?
Don't you have to take the bad with the good?
No, you do not. We should have equality, period. You see what I mean? You know?
Wow. So sometimes, guys, we have to actually like be patient, right? Because some people play chess and some people play checkers, right? So he was playing chess with her and she was playing checkers. So she was trying to hurry up and jump, you know what I'm saying? Get hurry up and move around, right? And he was like, I'm waiting to get your, you know what I mean, waiting to get that king in check, right? So we have to understand what's going on when we are actually having conversations. Sometimes I have to stop and pause before I answer because she basically just lied to herself, or not lied, but she basically told herself, you know what I mean? Because if she would have actually listened to the logic, she would have been able to understand and not put herself in that chokehold. Because she was in the chokehold the whole time and didn't even know it, about to tap out. So it's oh man, yeah, she was big mad.
I mean, see, this is the thing, if you're doing the same qualified job, like the same job, and you're doing the same you have the same work ethics. I mean, you guys are doing the same exact thing.
Not more time off for vacation.
Nothing. Same exact thing.
Yeah.
All right. Then it depends. I guess that's what it would be. You guys get paid the same. Mm-hmm. But I mean, let's talk about the ladies who don't like to go to work. They lazy when they go to work. They complain when they go to work. They always got drama when they go to work. Okay.
I wouldn't even go there, baby.
Where are we going?
I would say I would go here, right? So a lot of times, it depends on when you got that job, right? So a lot of times, that's why a lot of companies don't want you to tell your salary. So say if I got a job at 2020, right? They say, okay, your salary is $50,000 a year, right? You come in 2023. You think they're going to pay you $50,000 a year?
That's another point.
You know what I'm saying? So
you gotta take that into consideration.
Even you being a woman, it's this woman that got fired because she told the people her salary, how much they was making, and it was a man working in that company for 15 years, and she was making more money than him by far. But he been there for 15 years, so they was just like, well, we can't pay her the same amount because the rates has been going up, right? So we have to really, you know what I mean, put things in proper perspective. Because that's why they don't want you to tell their salary, because I can't pay you what I was paying you in 1990, but 2000 when I'm paying her in 2023. You know what I'm saying? Because if I want to, as a business owner, I want you to make the less money, but you get the work done, right? But if the quotas and stuff change, it's a lot of perspective. It's just not like, hey, you're a woman, I'm gonna pay you less.
And then at the same time, I don't think a lot of us are getting paid the same anyway. It's not even a gender thing. To me, from what I'm saying, it's both. You got black, white, they got different pay. You got black men, they got different pay than the other black man. And it's just all over the place.
Yeah,
we're not getting. Some of us are getting screwed with money. We are.
And one thing we never was taught was how to negotiate salaries.
Yeah.
How many people on this chat was taught to how to negotiate salaries, right?
If you were not taught how to negotiate salary, put a 0.
I can tell you me, right? I wasn't taught to negotiate salary. I just recently got taught how to negotiate salary, and it depends on which job you're getting, right? Mm-hmm. But is this gentleman, he kind of sat down and taught us that, right? Because a lot of times we don't know. You know what I'm saying? We just go out there. Oh well, I think I want to. You know what I mean? 100,000. You know what I'm saying? And the damn job paying 300. You don't fucking know.
Read the comments in the IG.
You know, I say
scroll up a little bit.
He said, "You guys awesome. Appreciate that so
hey,
much,
thanks for being here.
Thank you so much for being here." He said, if modern women wanted to be wives, would they endure as much? Would they endure as much debt for the man to pay off when she could have had a regular job and been a wife with no debt? Facts. He said, I had to learn that as well, man. It's exactly like a lot of people zeros. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's what most, and we thinking like, hey, it's a gender thing. No, it's just we're not taught, because it's in business best interest not to teach us how to negotiate for salaries, but because they want to be able to pay us less. You know what I'm saying? So we have to put our ducks in a row to understand what's going on, so we can know how to get the better paying jobs, right? Because a lot of people are unappreciative at their jobs. And I know a lot of people be busting their ass. Probably a lot of people in this damn chat be busting their ass at work, going there slaving, and then not getting paid what they deserve.
Right.
Because we just that what grade they taught that shit?
No
grade.
But that's why I'm like, why was she so mad when all of us are trying to fight for money, period? Like, it's not a gender thing, but okay.
And honestly, I'll tell you, be real with y'all, right? A lot of people don't know this. In this country, on average, white women make more money than black men. But they always say the men make more than women, right? White women make more than us on average, right? And it's because we don't negotiate for salary, is just like them as well. And on top of that, we don't know how to get to certain jobs. We don't have the education about where to get, what fields to go into, like with the project management, these different certs. These other nations know that stuff. Like I was talking to a guy from the Middle East, and he was like, man, my mom put me on game early. He said, I didn't want to go to college. I didn't want to do that crap, right? So he was just like, man, my mom said, you're going to do something here. Get one of these certificates right here. He said he picked the IT cert. This man working with me, making $100,000 a year. He's in his 20s, 22 year old.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So his parents said, hey, well, you don't want to go to college? Cool. You're going to get his IT cert, or you're going to pick between these certs which you want to do. He did that, and then now he's making great money.
Even with me, when I was younger, I moved out. I was 18 years old, moved out, didn't want to go to college right away. I was more into business, but the generation before, before me were big college. You had to get college educated. Exactly. They was squashing my business dreams, but then I would have never met James if I was going that route. But look, so my mother said, okay, you don't want to go to college? Go get a trade. All right. The trade was me being a pharmacy technician. So she was like, you're not going to work at McDonald's. She didn't want me to work at McDonald's. You're not going to work at the movie theater or whatever. You're going to go get a trade. My trade at the time was a pharmacy technician. If you get the National Board of Certification with pharmacy technician, you can make $25 to $30 an hour. And this is when I was 18 years old. So that's what you could get at that age with that type of cert. Yep. And then you work your way up. You either be a pharmacist or a nurse or anything like that.
Yep. He said, my father told me they'll pay you what you're worth until you speak. Exactly. Closed mouth don't get fed. Know your worth, black men. Exactly. And this is for all us too, black men and black women. Yeah. Right. We have to know our worth, right? If we want to get paid more, we want to do more, we have to step up. We have to teach each other. All right, well, I did this, right, to get this job. And this is where families come together, right? You know what I mean? Y'all don't know how hard it was, how hard I've been trying to help my wife get a job, put her with these people, right? You know what I'm saying? So, and that's what we're supposed to do as a family, because we want the best for each other. You know what I'm saying? I don't care if fucking she said my wife started making more money than me. You think I'm gonna give a fuck? No.
That's just more money for us to go invest in. That's
exactly. We already got a plan.
That's how we look at it.
God damn, I keep forgetting about that shit, but yeah, man.
Yep.
Okay, hometown girl.
Hey, thanks for coming again.
Yes, that's the see, we got a married couple right here, guys. Yep. It said my husband taught me how to negotiate my salary and was paid more. And that's what I'm talking about. Oh, my bad, I scared you. But that's what I'm talking about, man. We have to be able to help each other out so we can get to where we need to be. It don't matter about how much money somebody making. It's one household that is coming to. That shit should not matter because now he elevated her. It's just like, say if I elevate my wife, right, and put her in a higher position, now she can look at, hey, baby, they got jobs in your field right here. Now she got connections, and she can get me to a higher level.
Yep.
You know, it's all about teamwork. It's all about doing that, whatever. So, she was fanatic holding her arguments. Though she is bashing her argument on on current protocols. Yes, he was asking good questions. She would have been a good negotiator.
Yeah.
So yeah, man. Oh, what's up, Matthew?
Hey, Matthew.
Thanks for coming back.
For coming.
Yeah, he said you're a lucky dude. You found the one good woman in the Bronx. Shake my
big facts.
No, what's up?
You know,
Bronx,
like
what's up?
You know that real quick in New York, period. A lot of us there didn't have fathers. A lot of us there grew up to be very masculine because we're literally walking the streets every day. We don't have to have a car. In order for any lady to be on the street, walk into the subway, okay, walk into the deli, walking anywhere, the laundromat, you have to be on your A game. You have to be aware. You have to have things that men literally have to do every day, which is protecting yourself the best way you can. So a lot of us were raised like that, and it was just natural.
Yeah. And he said two salaries, one household, win-win. Hey, that's what I'm talking about. So we can do so much together if we just come together, right? You know, because if we have two salaries in the household and one can hold that salary down, you know what I mean? Everybody else is, you know what I mean? They easy. They good. We good now. So he said, wait till you get a firm offer from the employer and then negotiate. Exactly, because now that means that the employer wants you. So now you can kind of say, well, I would like to negotiate a higher salary raise. You know what I'm saying? We all willing to be go up. You know what I'm saying? So I be having to talk to some of my sisters. I'll be like, yo, why are you accepting that offer? You can go up more. You know what I'm saying? And they was just like, well, I wasn't even much thinking about that, right? So if you got friends, tell them too as well, because we all can win together. They say, y'all from the book it out. No, I'm not. She from there though. I'm from Bama. I'm from Birmingham, man. So
yeah, some people be like, how the hell y'all got together? The South, the North, and I got a lot of Caribbean on my side too. So, you know, I just picked somebody for me that, you know, was gonna be that one long term. I don't care where you come from.
He said gender doesn't exist.
Wait, hold on. Okay, yeah.
I said, Matthew said, yes, I'm scared of New York girls. Had my worst experience ever with a BK woman. Yeah, on Bed-Stuy.
Oh yeah.
I'm down south, laid back there.
We gotta show that clip later. That clip from Big Job with the New York.
No, I'm not from New York, man. I'm from Birmingham. She from New York though. She from the Bronx. You know what I'm saying? So he said money earned in Mount Vernon. He from Mount Vernon.
Okay, yeah, that's where my parents are from, actually.
I think Mount Vernon, the hood.
That's the nice side.
Nah, that's the hood. No.
That's the nice side. I'm straight up White Plains Road, right around the corner.
He said, my wife's boyfriend told me about y'all. Hey, man, appreciate it. Thanks to be with boyfriend showing up, man.
But he said my.
Hey, he tried to. It's funny.
That's funny.
I appreciate for being here, man. We need to. All right, but yeah, man. So
he said you read this one?
No, I didn't. Go ahead.
Okay, my husband said the same about New York girls, and he's from Jersey. I'm from Louisiana. Damn, we got similarities. South, North. Your husband, North, South. Okay. Yeah. So, all right, let's get into the rest of the clip.
The definition of feminism across the board is the social, political, and economic equality of the sexes.
Yes. Why are we only talking about the female inequalities? Why aren't we talking about the male inequalities?
We do not have the same experience. You are not oppressed in the same ways that I am.
No, and I'm sure you're not oppressed in the same ways that I am.
You need to acknowledge your privilege first. If people could hear that about themselves and not be defensive, I think that we could probably push the needle forward a lot faster. As a woman, I'm not sure that I'm concerned whether or not you want to join as a man.
Is that not part of the issue? But that's segregating that's segregating genders. If you're saying that you don't care about my opinion as a man, that goes against everything the feminist movement
I don't care
goes.
about reshaping and forming my feminism in a way that is digestible for you as a man.
Don't feminism means that everybody is equal? Ain't that what the definition is? So yeah, and this is why a lot of guys don't want to get a board of it, get a board, whatever, because it's so a lot of times a lot of people don't really know the definitions of things or words of what they're saying, right? So they get on these platforms and just start talking like narcissists and all these type of words and these different terms because they think they know what it's talking about, but they never looked up the definition. But it's if you're talking about feminism, that means that's equality for all, right? So if you know that men are oppressed, we have different things that we are oppressed with, and women, and he says yes, women all have things that they are oppressed with it too as well. That means we in the same boat but different boats. You know what I'm saying? So you can't just say, hey, well, screw your oppression, and then oh well, I need you to be sensitive to mine. Well, how does that make sense? You just told me F me, but you're supposed to love me.
That's not equal. So she's just going against her own argument. That part, you know, you gotta give them the same grace too. Like her whole statement was just weird. How about this is the problem I see. Women, some, not all of y'all. Some women are jealous of men. What do you think?
Yeah, I think it's facts. That was all about Jones, but yeah, man, I think it is, man, and it's
jealous because why are they so mad?
But they think though. So I think what the problem is this, right? Women, since we don't have the same problems, women think our problems are easier than their problems.
But how? Because they see y'all go to work.
Yeah, they don't feel like we go through the same stuff. So they think.
I feel y'all go through worse because if y'all have to lead and protect, you know how hard it is to keep that up. You can't mess up, or your family is down. You can never lose a job, or your family is down. You can't make a mistake and make the wrong move, or somebody's getting hurt.
Exactly.
We as ladies, we don't even have that type of pressure. If we just be real with it, we don't have pressure like that. We have a pressure of helping raising our kids, but that's on a different scale.
So y'all got more.
It's more emotional. I think more emotional,
or being attacked or kind of misused type of deal. Like say we was in, you know what I'm saying.
I'm just talking about in a marriage.
Yeah. But I think I think we have different issues, and I think the women of today thinking that the men have it good, right? Because everybody has told them men have it easily. But men are the number one and committed, offering themselves. I ain't gonna say the word, right? Men are the number one in a lot of different areas, right? Of dying earlier and stuff like that because stress and all this type of things that we have to go through, right? So a lot of times when women see us, they see that, oh, y'all just got easy. Y'all just want a woman that can cook for you and take care. But they don't think about us going out to the workforce and, you know what I mean, throwing our back out and all that type of stuff.
People dying at work.
Yeah.
I've heard of a news, was it last week? On the bridge, construction workers. Somebody was driving out of control, hit the ladder, and it was 5 construction workers dead. Then there was another one where there was a mall where a fire happened while they was on the construction site. 1 man died. We as ladies don't do jobs like that. Now we have, if you want to compare, because I know this will be coming, we give birth to babies. Women die from that too, but we got to understand there's 2 different things. Mm-hmm. So we have a lot of work that we do as ladies, and men have a lot of work that they do as men. Let's not say one is better than the other. Let's not say one is less work than the other. I think that is just equal work, just different.
Yeah, we have to respect where each side is coming from. And I think men feel that it's a lack of respect of what we go through because they feel like since most men are CEOs, right? All men are CEOs. No, it's not. You know what I'm saying? A lot of men are dealing with the same bullshit y'all dealing with. You know what I'm saying? These jobs or these corporations and stuff, right? So you just can't say, so you just putting that out on all men, right? Because women hate for you to say all, right? But when it comes to us, they always saying all, you know. So we have to stop that BS and understand, like, hey, we all going through BS,
right?
You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like me being in the military, right? Us going out taking orders, of us going out places that we don't want to go. We all going through the bullshit. You know, we're not thinking about what gender you is or where you came from and none of that. We trying to complete the damn mission.
That means that your mindset is corrupt. You don't look at a man and say, hey, I want to be against you.
Yeah.
But I want to be just like you, but you want to be against me. That doesn't make any sense.
I never seen a
Does that make sense?
I never seen a goddamn garbage man saying, hey, I can't wait to oppress another woman. The fuck? Or a plumber. I'm going to oppress the hell out of her when I get home. No, it's not like that. You know what I mean? We just trying to figure out what we need to do so we won't be in this position again. Because my whole goal is to be free, right? My goal is not work no more. My goal is to do something fulfilling like what we're doing right now. Because I would love to spend more time talking to y'all. You know what I mean? About different things, about relationships, and about things about life and stuff like that that I learned and stuff that I've seen. Like I have a new perspective on life. Like leaving the country, going to war. Like it's a lot of different things that you see that you like, damn, like you have to appreciate what you have right now. Because a lot of people have never been to these situations. And a lot of people never feel their life being in danger like that. And they thinking that it's shit is sweet, and it's not. You know what I'm saying? So it's a lot of stuff that, you know what I mean, I go through and I've seen that I'm like, yo, I'm so happy to be in the position that I am in now. And a lot of people don't appreciate that. So when they get with somebody, they don't appreciate them. And then now they thinking that, oh, well, I can just go find another one. No, they ain't fucking like that. It's not.
Read the comments in IG. Look, I'm telling him to read.
I'm sorry, y'all.
You're from Brooklyn. That's what's up. I have family that live in Brooklyn.
Said shout out from Brooklyn. Okay. All right.
Yeah,
we be in Brooklyn all the time.
Yep.
He said, yep. Chucky said facts on both sides. Yo, man. Hustle Mustard said women will say marriage is considered slavery, yet they have no problem working 2 or more jobs to take care of the household and family alone.
That's a good point.
And that's what we got to do, guys. So we have to redirect their thought process, right? And we have to say this in a way that they can understand it, right? Because a lot of times when we come off, they're not really listening to what we're saying because they're feeling like we're coming to attack them, right? You know what I'm saying? But this is a fire point. That's facts. You know what I'm saying? So
let me bring that poll up. I have one more poll up.
Okay, you want to
let's see if it will show up.
Okay, there we go.
Okay, there it is. So we have what does it say?
It said all bad.
Oh, I said all of these options are bad, but it seems like we're settling. Which option is worse? Choosing to be single but regret it, getting divorced, or single mother, single father. Now, let me explain what single mother, single father is. That means that you are a person who have children without ever getting married. I don't want to confuse you as a divorced woman being a single mother. We're talking about the baby mothers, baby fathers. All right. Choosing to be single, but regret it, getting divorced, or single mother, single father. Which option is worse?
Damn.
Which option is worse? What do you think? Scroll up on the IG thing.
Oh, my bad. Let me see. It said 2 minutes to YouTube. Now I appreciate that. Thank you. So he said, which one is worse? Damn, this is hard. You making me shit.
Making you think.
Because I would say choosing to be single but regret it. Because I think this life it's not good to be single and alone. So especially for your mindset to mentally. So somebody can see something that you need help with, right? And that can be able to help you out. So I think choosing to be single but regret it is probably worse because I would never want to choose to be single. So, but yeah, that's what I would choose.
Mine is single mother, single father.
But what if I died? So let's say if I use a widow.
Wait, let me explain.
Okay.
So single mother, single father. I think that is worse. The reason why I don't think choosing to be single is worse because some of those people don't have any kids, right? They're not, meaning some of us are having kids and we're not literally capable. So we're producing we're producing kids that we are complaining about, right? So a single person don't have kids. They're not producing anything that we're going to complain about. They're just single by themselves. They're not creating anything that's destroying the community. Mm-hmm. Getting divorced, I don't pick that because at least they tried to get married. They got married. They tried. All right. Single mother, single father.
You giving participation trophies to niggas?
Yes, I am. I am, because at least you tried. There's people out here literally, and it is what it is. We all have our faults. All right. I'm just saying there's people out here that's just having kids. All right. People that have 6 different baby mothers, 6 different baby fathers. I'm talking about that type. I'm not talking about someone who made a mistake and they learned from it and they didn't make a second one. I'm talking about the ones who repeated. You don't like it. Look, the ones who repeat themselves. They have kids after kids after kids after kids. Different baby mother, different baby father, 10 times. That is destroying the community. They don't have both parents. They never will. Because you got 5 different fathers with 10 different kids. This is impossible. All y'all not gonna live together. All right, that's worse. Those are the ones. Most of them are in jail. These are these ladies who walking around here saying they don't need no man because they ain't have a father. Okay, that's worse. You can't tell me that's not worse. Single people are by themselves and they just destroying themselves. They're not destroying everything. Meaning, I'm not saying it like that, y'all. I'm talking about a particular type of single person. Please don't take offense to certain. I'm talking about a specific type of single person. All right, that's it.
Damn it. He said divorce, I would say on Instagram. Okay. Somebody said the first option. Yep. Yeah. Being single. I guess it's more a man thing. He said choosing to be single regret it. Because men, like, we know we need somebody to kind of help us level us out because we know we can make each other life easier. As a choice, yeah, but becoming a single parent is worst choice. Okay, so Big is with you. But I think, man, you can recover from that. I think you can't. You chose to be single and you 50-some years old. I think it'd be hard for a woman to find somebody.
I'm gonna explain why you can't recover from being a single parent. Let's look at me, for example. My parents are divorced. I luckily mentally was able to go past that and get married and change the dynamic, make sure that my kids are not going to have this life that I had. But how many of us can say that we looked at our life and say we didn't want that? We looked at our life and be like, that's what we are. We are that. Some people are not mentally able to sit here and have a life of happiness with marriage. It's, you cannot revert. Maybe the person who is having the kid can say, I learned from my mistakes, but what about the kid? Yeah. Some kids are not gonna are gonna go from that and be like, yeah, I'm gonna be better than my past.
Yeah. Damn, Chucky might got me. Damn, Chucky, you made me thinking now. He said,
which one?
Shit play our community. God damn it, you might got me, man. Because from a community standpoint, divorce is in single parent households is kind of, messing us up. So damn, you got me thinking now. Speech to Be said it. I'm sure raising a kid alone is a challenge. Yeah, man. So okay,
you can't revert the way how children think. Period.
Yep. Big said being a single.
Thanks, Sterling.
He said being single as a man. That's what I was talking about. It's so bad because it's not lack of trying. You just get tired of trying over and over again.
There's a comment in IG too.
But hey, big man, we gotta fight through that, man. I feel you though, bro. I feel you, man. We gotta fight through that, man. I know somebody, man, respect you and love you. Because you're a good dude. Man.
I'm sorry, I missed it.
What's up?
I missed it. Say it. Read it again.
No,
I was reading. I was reading the IG. I'm sorry. But go ahead.
He said, when you divorce, the state takes everything from the man. Damn, that's the ultimate L in the relationship. The woman still wins and takes her resources and sleeps with the next man in their ex-husband's house. Oh, shit. All right, man. We ain't going to talk about that, goddammit. We're going to do better. No, I'm messing with you.
Big, keep your head up.
Yeah, man. He said I'll find someone worth trying, maybe. Yeah, man. No, man.
It takes time.
Yeah,
like honestly,
you say you will, man.
Honestly, when me and James
play too much,
they do. Honestly, like how me and James got together, like it was literally handed.
Yeah, and I was.
It was handed. It wasn't like we. No, this was out of luck. I don't even know.
I went out of luck
because. Honestly, we
was open to relationship.
It don't matter.
A lot of people are closed off. You know what I mean? Because they don't want to their fear of getting hurt.
I'm gonna explain what I'm saying.
I don't care.
I'm gonna explain what I'm saying. So me and James, literally, it was handed. Okay, in the sense of I was placed in his lap.
God damn it!
I was placed in his lap.
Baby, they gonna think this is a Disney Channel cartoon.
What Big is talking about is that this is what he's talking about. He's walking around dating, or he can't find a woman that he wants. You didn't have to date me. You understand? We just came to. I don't know how to explain it to make it make sense. We literally bumped into each other, and you caught me, type of thing. You didn't go to the corner store and say, "Hey, can I get your number?" And I didn't go to the corner store and be like, "Hey, James, can I get your number?" It wasn't like that for us. We didn't have to do that.
I'm an OG.
All right. It was mutual.
I just walked up to her. I said, "Hey, you coming with me?" She's like, "Okay."
We didn't have to go on a dating app. It was just a mutual thing. It was handed to us. And then, like he said, we did have to put in work to say yes and be with each other. But we didn't have to go out there. But we did date before, like before we got together. But when it came to me and James, we didn't have to date. It was kind of like, you got these qualities, I got these qualities. Boom. Let's take a risk.
Yeah.
It was just like that.
Exactly.
It was the riskiest move I've ever made.
Exactly.
Risky. But because I seen the type of person that James is still, and how he's seen how I am, that's what made it work. Yeah. We'll tell y'all more about our story another time, though, because it don't make sense what I'm trying to say.
Hey, come on, big man. You got to do this for us, man. I want you.
I ain't been dating. We're gonna have the dating panel. Remember?
Man, as we grow, man, we're gonna be looking out for y'all for real.
Oh yeah, thanks for being here, y'all. Because this channel is definitely blowing up right now. We're getting a lot of subscribers, but there's gonna come a time where we're gonna have a dating panel and we're gonna have an in-person dating workshop. So definitely stick around, and if you're still single at that moment,
hopefully later.
Listen, you guys are gonna come to our shows. We're gonna try to get a lot of people married. That's the whole point. Dating to marriage support. That's why we're here.
Exactly, because man, honestly, like we win when y'all win. Honestly, because we looking at it as like we fixing the community. We making family strong again. We need to make a goddamn make family strong again. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like we have to get back to the height of what we was back in the day, right? You know what I mean? I know a lot of people like to make it seem like, oh, marriages all back then was all terrible and all that type of shit. It wasn't, man. You know what I mean? Yes, you had some people was being abusive, or some people was messing up, right? We still had that shit today, and we still have relationships, right? So we have to stop glorifying, or I'm not glorifying, making things worse than what it is. So that's but
all right, we're gonna get into the main topic. We are almost coming to an end to this live, but please stick around, show your support, like the video. If you haven't subscribed and you are new here, subscribe to the channel. Please share this. Now you have to upload that again.
God damn it.
Someone said in IG, hey, what's up? Dating panel finna be crazy. Yes, it is. It's gonna be crazy, but we gonna do it. We're gonna do it.
I think hopefully this is the right one.
All right, so this is the main topic. All right, the main topic. Let's get into it.
I'm telling you, we didn't.
I met Corbin when I was still in college. We vibed right away.
It was hard to do long distance. We wanted to make it work, but there was just too much jealousy.
Eventually, I suspected that Corbin was cheating on me, so I hired someone to seduce him.
But I never cheated. I miss her, and I think if we can trust each other, we can really have something special. I want to see if she'll give us a second chance.
So are you ready to be honest and tell me that you're cheating on me?
Is that how we're going to start this off?
Yeah, that is it. We haven't talked about it yet.
I didn't cheat on you.
I know that you did.
How do you know this?
Because the girl you cheated with, I paid her $50 to hit on you.
Why would you pay a girl to talk to me? That's some crazy.
You were giving off horrible energy, and it had a series of events leading up to that.
A series of
you
events?
Flirting with other girls, you eyeing other girls.
Who would I ever flirt with?
Oh my gosh, all the girls at your gym?
You're not at the gym, so how can you say I'm flirting with them?
On Instagram. I've seen it.
Try Pantene Nutrient Infused.
Wait, we got to converse. Wait, hold on. How's she gonna say he cheated with somebody at the gym? And he said you never been with me at the gym. Is she gonna say no on Instagram? Ma'am, which one is it? I'm confused.
What do you mean?
You're over there liking all these girls' Instagram pictures, your workout buddies with all these different girls at your gym, and you're literally posting thirst traps like ab pics, like
I'm a trainer. I have a fitness Instagram. So when I see other people that have fitness pages,
so you're gonna
it's called building them up.
sexy girl, oh, whatever, you're so sexy, you're gonna like that?
It's for work. It's innocent flirting and help me get clients to continue to make money.
What is respectful in a relationship?
Trusting the person and not paying somebody to see if they would cheat.
But it happened.
Not true.
You went on a date with this girl.
It wasn't a date.
She literally told me that you took her out to eat.
No.
Yeah, and you guys hooked up. You can't sit here and deny that.
I am denying because it's not true.
Okay. Sure.
She's a client, and after we were working out, we got food, which was across the street.
That's
where
not
we
what she
walked.
told me.
That's what I'm telling you.
She told me you guys had sex.
I'm telling you we didn't.
So are you saying she's lying?
I'm saying she's lying.
Let's find out from her.
Okay.
All right.
Oh my God.
Paula, can you tell him what you told me?
So I pretty much told her that he took me to this really fancy restaurant, and afterwards we went back to my place and hooked up.
And that he came on to you in the car and you guys are kissing.
Yes.
Yeah, see?
Why would you sit here and lie?
I lied because...
So you weren't telling the truth?
I didn't think that she deserved you, so I lied.
Oh my God.
Clearly, she doesn't value the faithful, amazing man that you are. I thought, you know, maybe I have a chance because...
Ooh. Damn, I like how she said she doesn't appreciate you.
And you see how she
told
she said how she told the truth when the lady was there. Well, I mean, when the man was there. Is that so? A lot of times, like women, y'all have to understand. Sometimes women don't have your best interests at heart. You know what I mean? So, and some of your male friends don't either. You know what I'm saying? So you have to understand, like when say if somebody said, "Hey, Lady Di is over here cheating," I'm not gonna believe that shit right out the back. I'm gonna try to figure that stuff out myself. You know what I mean? I'm gonna try to see what's going on, see if I can find some, because you don't want to bring it to that person, because that person can be trying to mess your relationship up.
Oh, trust me, it has happened to us.
Exactly. And I went to the other party, I talked to them, and then and I figured it out, right? And there was no beef between me and my wife. You know what I'm saying? But this is before we got married. But you know what I'm saying? It's you're gonna have to do that, y'all.
So you thought you had a chance with him, so you're trying to home wreck us so that you can be with him?
Wow.
Thanks. She lied to my face.
And what have I been saying?
All right, well, I'm sorry for doing that and making it go that far instead of talking to you about it.
It's too
when
late.
I feel like someone's pulling away, I'll just pull away too. We were long distance, and I see you liking all Instagram girls' pictures, and you were not texting me as much, not calling me.
I was working a lot, but that doesn't mean I was cheating on you.
I'm really sorry.
I mean, I appreciate your apology. It takes a lot to apologize, especially, after all of that. I didn't fully understand, everything that was going on. But now that I do, it clearly makes sense as to why you were so upset. And it really just comes down to a communication issue. And that doesn't seem like a good enough reason to throw everything that we had away. I miss you so much.
Yeah, I miss you a lot. Stop, you're awkward.
I want you to give us a second chance.
Why the fuck he asking?
Honestly, you're so cute. I feel like I should be asking you for the second chance after all of this bullshit.
So is that a yes?
She ain't answered yet.
Yeah. Yeah, I want to try again.
Yo, man. So guys, man, what's up, Sir Hale, man? Appreciate it. Thanks for being here. But yeah, man, it's like honestly, like
Hold on. Let's slow down.
Hey, what's up, Jamise? Open communication, exactly, man.
Yes, thanks for being here. No, I'm confused. Like, So the question would be, if that were you as the man and that's your lady, should you be with her? Because this man already is trying to be with her. I gotta say, I would have to go with age. I would have to go with age. If they look young, but still, age to me will help me answer the question. Honestly, you don't want to be with someone who's already doubting you. We all can think our man or lady is messing around. Trust me, we all been there. We could go through phones, do anything you got to do to get the proof. Okay, do what you got to do. That is what it is. But for her to go that extra mile, hire somebody and all this stuff, and then the lady lied to you because she said you're ungrateful.
Yeah.
Basically, she read you. Mm-hmm. You're ungrateful. I'll take this man because he was honest and not trying to be with me. And you sitting here trying to challenge the man. You know what a cheater looks like.
Yep.
Let's be real. Like, we have to do better with that. I would not be, if I was the man, I would not be with her.
Yeah, I would have.
I'm gonna get with somebody else, because when you get into a marriage, you're gonna suspect a lot of stuff. Your man is gonna go to work. He's gonna be around pretty women like yourself. Okay, these women are gonna try to holler at his ass.
Yep.
What you gonna do? Accuse him the whole time?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, man. And honestly, I know she slept with somebody else after she left him, so that's already a no go after me. Once we together and we leave and you go sleep with somebody else, that shit is a wrap. You can stay with that motherfucker, honestly. But he said, did he say he wanted a second chance? Yeah, she gonna cheat. Yeah, man, he wanted a second chance with her. I was just like, yo, like she should have been begging his ass to get back.
Yeah,
he seemed kind of insecure. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
He tripping, but I get it. I guess, man, yeah, I guess he's in love and all that type of stuff, whatever. But just like hometown girls say, he's a fool. She needs to be begging him.
Yeah.
That's why I'm like, yo, like we have to understand what position that we in when somebody wrong us. Men, we so able to forgive women because we look at y'all as princesses and so nice and sweet and stuff. But some in these days we have to show women like, hey, y'all, like it's consequences to your actions. You just can't be out here doing this type of stuff, because she could have gave him a conversation. Just like Jamie said, open communication. He could have been like, she could have came to him like, hey, baby, this is why I heard what's going on. Is this true? Or try to find evidence. Women are fucking excellent at doing this shit.
Listen,
So
y'all search. Y'all know how to search.
Exactly.
When you want to find something, go and search. Even if it take you a week, do it. Don't just, I'm gonna hire somebody. Y'all too grown to be hiring people.
It's like the marriage, politics, sports. Oh, hell no.
Hey, what's up?
Hey, what's up, brother? He says, oh, hell no. She don't get that easy of a pass. Oh, hell no. Exactly, man. So we have to be able to punish bad behavior and understand that, because so it won't happen again. So we won't be like on Instagram talking about she gonna probably cheat on him.
And then also someone else says, single women keep women single. I'm sorry, you guys. I cannot see the small words. I want to shout you guys out. Yep. I can't even read that.
I don't know. I can't. It's, I think Matt's done face something. I don't know. They said, Travel once said, marriage seems to not be in the picture. They just want to continue the drama they both drive on it. It's not healthy. No standards, boundaries, no real commitment, struggle, love, not worth it. Exactly. And this is what we're trying to get away from, guys. Travel one hit the nail on the coffin about what we're trying to get away from. It's not about the struggle of love. We got to stop that. We got to say, hey, I want to be married to this person, right? Because if they get married, it's gonna be drama. And then she didn't take no accountability. Did y'all hear her say, hey, I'm sorry, or I did you wrong? No, it's like
she said I was sorry.
No, she said she lied to my face. That was the first thing she said. She lied to my face. I don't give a fuck.
Well, she was
fuck about
that. She was just shocked. That's all. But she did apologize.
I ain't hear a damn apologize.
That's what I'm saying.
I heard. See what I heard? I ain't hear that other bullshit.
That's a
sorry
problem.
Came out first.
But she was.
Yeah, I'm turning a damn deaf ear to that bullshit.
She's drama filled, so she's gonna address the girl. Because remember, ladies like to sometimes they like to cat fight. So she want to fight that girl. So she automatically was like, bitch, you know. I seen that.
He said off the rip. He said I would say no, but it's so hard to get a good woman these days. If she's good, you gotta keep her. Haha. I get it, man. But honestly, I think with the drama and the things that she did, man, I think the insecurities will make her into a not so good woman. You know, if she probably the next 5 years from now, you know what I'm saying, if you're willing to wait, then she probably can grow out of some of that stuff. But she has some deep-rooted issues that she kind of need to fix. She might have got cheated on in the past, or she probably been cheating.
A lot of us had a lot of that's.
But no, I said she probably wasn't the one that got over it. She probably was cheating, and then she kind of, you know what I mean? Because sometimes the cheater actually is the one that's be insecure because they know what they're doing. You know what I'm saying? So it could be some stuff going on like that. It's a lot of different issues.
Someone agrees with you. She says she didn't take full accountability. That's kind of like what you were saying.
Exactly. And that's what men are looking for. When men know you're gonna fuck up. Women, y'all should know we gonna fuck up, right? So we have to understand, like, all right, cool. We in this situation. I messed up. You messed up. All right, let's move forward. I know not to do that no more. You not to do that no more. You know what I'm saying? We got to both give each other grace because we both gonna mess up. If I had held you to a high standard, right, and then I don't meet that high standard, you're gonna say something to me. So I already know that. So I know you're gonna mess up in certain areas, but you have to have that communication to come to me and say, hey, this is what I say, this is what's going on with this. And then I should be able to explain to you what's up. And then now you move forward. You know,
yeah.
so
I mean, it is what it is, but you know, I hope you guys have learned. If you already know this information, that's what's up. Thanks for giving me your insight. And if you need to know this information, I hope you have learned something new here. That's what we're here to do.
Spread the word. Spread the word.
Yes, please share our channel. Please tell people more about our channel as we're growing. We're here to get people married, get people together. You know, so that's all it's about. It's just about, you know, being one. And not a gender war. Even if you're not married, don't hate somebody that's opposite from you. Just like the other person, appreciate what that other person offers. That's all.
And so I have some questions just to as we are leaving, for people to ask other people, right? If you see women doing this type of stuff, you see men saying all the MGTOW guys and all these different things. So I have said, I asked these questions. I said, what is the outcome you want from the gender war, right? Do you believe this will cause change in the community? Will this make the community better? It said, is this in the real life? Like, if is what you want, is the things that you are pushing, is it real? Can you find somebody that meets these standards that you want, right? Is this person alive? You know what I'm saying? What's the standard? What standard are you holding other people to? What's the blueprint? And I said, what is your motivation to be in a relationship? And what's the most important thing that you want from the opposite sex, right? That you're going to be married to. So just keep those questions in mind. We probably one of these days will kind of go into this and, you know what I mean, and ask with them, because honestly, we're not getting nowhere with these types of conversations, right? And we're trying to actually get people thinking about different ways that we can make the community better. So,
comment.
He said, definitely want to join the video and get some people on here that would like to get married. Yeah, man. And that's why we want to try to do that, man, because we just need like one space that, you know what I mean, if a lot of people that can get married and not, you know what I mean, it's all about genuine people that wants to actually get married, guys. So
yeah, like
that's what we're about.
This is a dating to marriage channel, so that's what we're mostly going to talk about. But you will see us adding our kids here soon. I'm not talking about on this live channel, on this live show. I'm just talking about in general. You're going to see more videos, different type of videos where we're just showing how we do things in a marriage minded way, and how we're able to keep everything together with our 4 kids. And we are blended. Okay, so we have different sides of the spectrum. For the ones who have children and you're looking for marriage and you're trying to find a stepmother, stepfather, we are actually living that right now.
Yep. So I had I have a son. When I came into marriage, she had no kids when we first got married, guys. So I have a
stepmom.
Yep.
And he has a stepmom and a stepdad. Yeah. So we have a wide range of different type of outlooks in life. Even his growing up, you know, he came from an area that wasn't great. First 48, I always say that. Your first 48 city. Yeah. All right. If y'all don't know what first 48 is, go definitely look that up on YouTube. And I've come from all over the world. All right. So I've had different ways of just looking at how people live their life. Also, I do come from a Caribbean background. So I have that from New York as well. And I lived in the South. So we just have a lot of different things going on here, and we're going to show more of it. So stay tuned to the new content. Also, if you haven't already, you could join this channel, become a member. We have so many different perks there for you guys. Definitely, you know, fish through whatever works for you. Our cheapest one is $3.99. You could join us and get that amazing work here. And if you love this channel, definitely we appreciate your support. We appreciate your super chats. We appreciate your cash apps. Thank you so much. But we are coming to an end for this live. We are live every Wednesday at 7 p.m. Eastern. And we are also live on Saturdays at 9 p.m. Eastern. That's where we have the call-in show. Okay.
And I'm from Birmingham, Jameis. I'm like 2 hours away. She's from Memphis. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, from Beham. All right.
All right. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So we are about to end this now. I started doing something new for the ones who haven't seen our intro. Sometimes we like to dedicate our intros to the end now, because we put these videos together to give more perspective. So if you haven't seen our intro, please stay tuned and just watch it. It's about 10 minutes. You can watch it and put your input or whatever you want to do. But we are out of here, y'all. Hope you guys have a good night.
Peace.